Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tuesday's Market SITREP or Situation Report here at TGO, TOPGUN Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and man, better to be lucky than good sometimes. What do I mean by that? We had a great primary live trade brief this morning. We look to close a Budweiser bear call spread that is currently up 83% since, Thursday? I think we put this on $2,200 in this Budweiser bear call spread so far. So we had a good time doing that and reloading, or I tried to reload and get a new bear call spread on, but that did not get filled. Going to try and re-attack that tomorrow. But what happened? Going out the door of the primary live trade brief, said, you know what? I'm feeling a sniper right here. I think we're going to have a little bit of a market rally as the day goes on. I tried to put on a 41.15, 41.10 bull put spread, and as I tried to do that, let's go look, 10.59. Let's go look at this because I got to debrief this because this is what you're going to learn to do, right? Right there, 10.59, right there. You see that little drill bit down? We got a little bit of a confirmation there. I said, oh, man, it's starting to run away from me. So I rolled the strikes up, and I got filled on a 41.20, 41.15 at $1.40. Then what happened? Let's fast forward to about 3 o'clock, 3:04. I said, what? Not liking this final hour. I'm going to take the $1,200, 60% profit right now. Paul, I trust the Wiz spider sense and close mine, 60 cents. Bob, 85% profit. Thanks, Wiz. Guess what happened? Let's go look at what I posted at 3:04. There's 3:04 right there. What happened as soon as I said, you know what, not liking that implosion, a little bit of a bounce, and then super implosion. So, ladies and gentlemen, had I not closed that trade right here for a nice 60%, $1,200 potential profit, I would have turned a 60% winning trade. Look at this. We closed below 41.20. Ladies and gentlemen, how many times do I tell you? And I wrote this here. Steve Miller. Love the Steve Miller band, right? Go on, take the money and run. Look at that. Right on cue, the SPX dumped. Look at that. Matthew closed his. Look at that. He closed his at 5 cents. Thanks, Wiz. Awesome. Folks, we are having a blast in here. Look at Steve. Steve in here for one day. His total snipers he took today, $2,900. Folks, this is an absolute blast. Look at this. Look at the S&P 500 since mid-November. All over the place, right? Let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a 5-year chart of the S&P 500. You see this? The COVID bottom? Everybody's a genius when the market's going straight up, aren't they? Not really. You know who's really a genius? Us right now. In this type of up and down all over the place market, we are doing some incredibly good work. I know it's very, very frustrating for a lot of folks out there who aren't doing it right. We are doing it right here at TOPGUN Options. I'm going to tell you and show you how we're doing it right for free Thursday afternoon. That's May 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Free live trade brief. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/May-Hunters, or you can leave out the May dash and just do Hunters. There you go. It's a little easier to type. Go.topgunoptions.com/Hunters. I'm going to show you how you can get access to the Hunters or the Max Afterburner Lifetime Group. We currently have 220 folks in here. Over here in the Hunters, we have about 90-ish. Ladies and gentlemen, these groups are on fire. I mean, hell, I had to run around and do some foundation stuff today. Look at Steve sniping for $2,900. I mean, this is just, you want to be in here, folks. You absolutely want to be in here, especially so I can teach you this stuff. I told you today, right at 3 o'clock, I'm like, you know what? It's starting to feel it in my knees here. Storms are coming, and then boom. So I will teach you how to do this. This ain't hard. This ain't rocket surgery. Waiting right now for Mumbles McShitty Pants to have a press conference about his debt ceiling talks with Speaker McCarthy. Who knows what's going to happen? Well, I know what's going to happen. We're going to get close. We're going to get up to the edge, and either Biden's going to pull a rabbit out of his hat and break the law again, like he kind of does often, right? With the student loan, I'm just going to wipe out student loan debt. $500 billion, $500 billion with a pen, which is like unconstitutional, right? Last time I checked, the Congress has the power of the purse. Even Nancy Pelosi, former Speaker of the House, said, yeah, the president doesn't have the authority to do that. Even Joe Biden, who used to be an attorney, admitted, he's like, it's probably unconstitutional, but I'm going to do it anyway. Isn't that great? When the chief law enforcement officer in the country goes, yeah, it's probably illegal, but I'm going to do it anyway. The fuck? What? Are you kidding me? Anyway, I'm rambling about this because, folks, if we get closer and closer, and if we even go off the edge, man, the S&P 500's down here at 4,000 easily in the blink of an eye. If they take us, if they default, even if they get us kind of close, I think the volatility, the VIX, the volatility index is going to start rising, and the S&P 500 is going to start imploding. We got our bearish trades on. Like I said, we got some Bud bearish. We got some S&P bearish. Got an Amazon Iron Condor going on right now. Let's go take a look at this one. Kind of going through the uprights a little bit. Amazon had a nice little pop today, but we're still called a football trade, right? An Iron Condor is a football trade. We want that dotted line, the football, Amazon's current stock price, to just end up in between these uprights. Okay, so I'm risking $3,800 this week to potentially make $3,800 this week, with about a 56% probability of at least breaking even or making something on this trade. Don't forget, big macroeconomic data tomorrow morning. Keep an eye Wednesday morning. Let's scroll up here for what? CPI. This is one of the Fed's main barometers, altimeters, whatever you want to call it, folks. And here's what's interesting is I don't believe any data that comes out of the government, especially this one. Jerome Powell spoke last week, right? And he was definitely not dovish. He was like, we ain't cutting rates anytime soon. Inflation is still up here, and it's sticky and blah, blah, blah. Look at this, folks. We're only at, I can't believe we're at 5% inflation. Jerome Powell still has work to do. What I'm rambling about is Jerome Powell knew last week the CPI numbers. Jerome Powell doesn't wake up tomorrow morning in his bunny slippers and at 8:30 go, oh my God, the inflation's still hot or cold or whatever it is. So based on his remarks last week, with the still more work to do, and we're not even thinking about cutting rates, I think he knows that inflation's is hanging up here. I mean, look at the forecast. The last one was 5. They're calling for 5. If it comes in line, it's bearish. I don't think it comes in light, right? I think it's up here. Inflation is what? It's sticky. Why is inflation so sticky? Guess what? It's also corporate profits. Now, I'm going to sound like Bernie Sanders here, but corporations, folks, have no problems right now jacking up prices because why? You're used to it. You're talking deep down where you don't talk about at cocktail parties. At cocktail parties, when you talk, you're like, man, corporations know that everything's expensive right now. So even if Corporation A really isn't seeing an impact, they're still going to raise prices because they can. Right? Some companies might have been raising prices faster than their costs have increased. Duh. And this is what makes Bernie Sanders' face melt off, right? So inflation is sticky. I'm rambling about this, folks, because not only do we have a potential sticky inflation number tomorrow, I'm still waiting here as the market's closed, waiting for Mumbles to come out and tell us what he and the speaker talked about. If maybe we're getting a deal and we're not going to June 1st default on our debt, we might get a rip-your-face-off rally. Little bit of a relief rally, but we ain't out of the woods yet, man. We still got raging inflation, war in Eastern Europe, all sorts of potential bad out there. And I think we need to start, I think the market's going to get, let me put the 100-day moving average on here. I think we're going to, this market needs to get down to what I call the human circulatory system. Take a look at there's the 50-day, the 100-day, and the 200-day. I mean, we've been above this Venus system for a while. And we've had a couple drill bits down here, but never got back to that 50. And this is kind of hovering up here, but I know you can't trade off the left side of a chart, but look at this left side. Violent ups, violent downs, violent ups, violent downs. Look at recently, the past 3 weeks. Violent down, violent up, violent down, violent up. Nothing? No, not nothing. Going to be violent something, up or down. And guess what? As an options trader, I really don't care if it's up or down. I just care that it's up or down, or even sideways, right? Like with an Iron Condor, we can make money if something is hanging out and moving sideways, right? So anyway, folks, good stuff. A couple great snipers this week. Good S&P bearish trades in general. What's this? How we looking today? Let's go month to date. What is this? Weekly options? Weekly, 35 grand, folks. Look at this. We got some Bud, we got some Amazon, and then a whole bunch of sniper shots, bearish trades, bearish double verticals, treads. The S&P 500. We're printing money with our S&P 500 trades. I absolutely love what we're doing here at TGO. Everybody's a genius when the market's going straight up, but they're really not. Now we are a genius as the market's chopping all over the place. Make sure you register for the free brief on Thursday. Go.topgunoptions.com/hunters, and I'm going to give you a brief how you can not only help save a life, but you can change your life by becoming potentially a better, more profitable trader. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Fights on. Namaste and basi basi. Go Cats.